it'll sound a little bit louder soon. So what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first in-car vlog here in the Hellcat. Today I thought we'd talk about something a little bit personal, and that is going to be relating to finances, as I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video. So first off, we'll talk about what did I pay for my Hellcat, then we'll talk about insurance cost, and then we'll kind of talk about the YouTube side of things in terms of finance. This has been the most requested topic for me to talk about since I bought the car. I also did a video like this when I talked about what I paid for my Camaro, and that video is at almost 400,000 views. So apparently you guys like these personal topics, so let's dive right in. So first things first, I bought this car at AutoNation Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Chrysler in Spring, Texas. This car was a 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and as I'm filming this video, it is September of 2017. So you can do the math there. This car was sitting on their lot for 1 year and 3 months. And not only was it this car sitting on their lot for that amount of time, they also had like 5 or 6 other 2016 Challenger Hellcats that had just been sitting there for a long time. For some reason, they couldn't sell them. So as you could probably guess, the discounts were pretty darn good. Now, what I'm about to share with you, I'm gonna kind of generalize the numbers so I don't be like, I paid exactly this to the cent, so you don't walk in there saying, well, I want what he got, and I just don't want to start a war. But what I'm about to tell you, you can find on their website. It's kind of general knowledge, but it's also just what happened to me, and if it helps you guys out, cool. So the sticker price on this specific car was $72,000. And that's a lot of money. So obviously I didn't pay $72,000 for it. If you go online, you can find these cars on their website, and really any other website at this given point. They're being discounted between like $10,000 to $14,000 off of sticker if you find a 2016 right now at the time of this video being posted. So basically I bought a $72,000 car. Yes, it's 1 year and 3 months old and just been sitting on the dealership, but you know, still in perfect condition, brand new off the showroom floor for around 60 grand. So to me, I think that was well worth it, rather than paying $12,000 extra to get a 2018 that has just like a couple minor little differences, but to me, it's not worth $12,000. But yeah, that's what I paid for this car. Do I think I got a good deal? Hell yeah, I think I got a good deal. I mean, shoot, $12,000 off the sticker of this thing, give or take, cool. Now keep in mind, that's not exactly what I paid, you know, to the dollar, but it's a pretty close amount. And you know, like I said, to save that much money on getting a 16, to me, why wouldn't you? I mean, that's a pretty significant amount of savings just by getting a car that's 2 years older, but it's still a new car. So to me, I don't see anything wrong with it. I got the oil change day one, so I'm not really worried about the health of the motor or anything like that. Wow, the line for Chick-fil-A is really, really long. We're gonna be here for a while. Oh no. But while I wait, I guess I can continue talking to you guys. It gives me something to do. So let's continue. So there's kind of your summary as to why I chose the 2016 Dodge Challenger instead of a 2018. And also, I even considered buying a Dodge Challenger Hellcat wide body, but ultimately what kind of swayed me away from that is just, once again, the cost. I couldn't justify spending close to $20,000 more on a wide body versus the deal I could get on this thing. It was just too good to pass up. And for those of you who are going to be like, oh, Riley got that deal because he does YouTube or whatever. No, you can find these deals anywhere. There's a dealership it's like in Port Lavaca, Texas, which is down by the coast, and they were selling a 2016 almost equally equipped as this one, and they had it already discounted on their website at $57,700. So you can find deals. Hey, how you doing? How's it going, man? Oh, I'm so excited to eat lunch. Whew. And now let's go ahead and talk about my favorite part of this whole little video, and that is going to be insurance cost. And this is where things get a little interesting, and this is where I'm like, what? So bear with me here. So rather than tell you an exact amount of what I pay every month for this car, what I'll do instead is tell you if it went up or down in relation to the Camaro, the Scat Pack, and stuff like that, just so you can kind of get an idea of what happened there. So we'll start the video off. The bottom cheapest insurance I had was my Ram 1500. That was here. $10 up from there, I believe it was, is where you get to the Camaro. So there was literally a $10 a month difference between like a base model Ram truck and a Camaro SS 1LE, which I thought was kind of funny. So $10 up from there, we're at Camaro. Now go up another $15 of what I pay for the Hellcat in relation to the Camaro. We're here at the Hellcat price. So $15 more a month for the Hellcat versus a SS Camaro. And then go up $5, and that's where you get to the Scat Pack. Why on earth is a Scat Pack Charger more expensive monthly than a Hellcat Challenger? I have no idea. Maybe it's because I got a little bit older and I have a clean driving record and all that fun stuff. Maybe insurance prices have gone down because of that. But still, I couldn't believe it when I got the insurance quote on this thing. I was like, wait a minute, that's cheaper than my Scat Pack was. And I mean, shoot, basically be the same exact price as a SS Camaro. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I have no idea why this thing is as cheap as it is monthly for insurance, because I've heard of some people getting outrageous numbers for Hellcat insurance, but apparently my insurance company, they just do not care. They also priced a Ram 1500 about the exact same as a Camaro. So once again, very confused as why my insurance does that and how they come up with their numbers, but hey, insurance has their way of finding numbers, so I'm not going to argue with it. I'm going to pay my flat rate of a good amount for this thing and call it even. With that, I want to add that there are some insurance companies out there that really charge a lot for Hellcats, and some of them, I guess like mine, that don't really. So when you're in the market for a Hellcat, or if you're in the market for a Hellcat, do your shopping around with insurance companies and kind of compare, because I think you'll find pretty significant differences depending on which company you go with.
Hi, Riley.
Hello.
Have an awesome day, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a lot of food. If you're wondering, no, I'm not going to eat all that. It's for my parents and myself, but I will probably end up eating most of it because I like chicken. That's never going to get old, I swear. That wine. All right, and now for subtopic number 3 on this video, we're going to talk about where YouTube comes into play with all of this, and basically how I afford switching in and out of cars and kind of what goes on there. So I don't really know where to start this part, but we'll try. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I had a Dodge Charger Scat Pack about 1.5 years ago, and then had that for 8 months, and then I had the Camaro, had that for 8 months, and now here we are in the Hellcat. Now I want to start by telling you what I do is not smart. Do not do what I do. Do not buy a new car every 8 months. That is a terrible financial decision. Don't do that. No, bad. And now that I've got that out of the way, let me tell you why I do it. So this great website that you're watching this video on right now, called YouTube, thankfully pays me every month to make these videos. And basically, the money that I make on YouTube is more than enough to cover the depreciation on the cars that I've had previously. The Camaro I bought for around $42,000 brand new, and I sold it just the other day for $37,000. So not including all the taxes and all that fun stuff, that's a $5,000 difference over the course of 8 months, which I'm sure you can guess, I made more than $5,000 over those 8 months. It was enough to cover the depreciation as well as live off of and do all that fun stuff, as well as grow my YouTube channel to where now, as opposed to 8 months ago, I'm bringing in more money, what am I thinking of? My income now is more than it was 8 months ago, so the cost kind of, it offsets itself in a way and kind of makes it justifiable, even though it's not a smart idea to just keep buying new cars every 8 months. Ideally, you'd buy a used car every 8 months and you don't lose anything hardly on used cars if you buy the right used car. For example, the Ram 1500 that I bought that thing for like $24,000. I just sold it for $23,000. So that's $1,000 difference, and I had that thing for like 5 months. So once again, that one was that was fine. Buy used cars, good idea. Buying a new car every however many months, terrible idea. One thing that has helped me though, in terms of the cars that I have bought, I've bought cars that don't lose much in terms of depreciation. The Scat Pack, I don't remember exactly what it was that I lost in it, but I didn't lose too much on the Scat Pack. Once again, didn't lose too much on the Camaro, and I don't expect to lose too much on this thing, considering I got it from the very start so cheap. And now in terms of YouTube and the earnings there, about how much people make on YouTube and stuff like that, there's websites you can go to find out just about how much any YouTuber makes. It's, you know, kind of public knowledge at this point. To give you guys a more accurate representation of kind of what happens for me, basically the first 3 days when I posted the video of me revealing this car and the 2 days following that, so we're talking about a 3-day period here, I made $750 on YouTube revenue alone, which is pretty darn good. If I made $750 every 3 days for a full year, that's $90,000 a year. Do I make $90,000 a year? No, I do not. Do I wish I did? Sure. So $750 for 3 days, that is high for me. I will be the first to tell you that that was abnormal. But usually, you know, I make decent money off of doing YouTube videos. I mean, for what I do, I can't complain to make even a dime. It's great. I film videos and make money. But yeah, $750 for 3 days is kind of what I could be seeing like as an actual number not too far off in the future. And if that was the case, I'd be more than happy. So there's a little bit of insight as to, you know, kind of like what I make, the insurance cost, what I paid for this thing. Hopefully this video helps you guys out, and hopefully maybe it's I'm more relatable or something. I don't know, maybe you learned something. I'm really hungry right now, so my thoughts are kind of jumbled up and stuff. So I'm gonna go eat my chicken and then probably go chop the mufflers off this thing. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.